Sorry, you guys. Literally how my life is every day. Okay, we are all set and ready to rock and roll. I'm going to mute everybody. You will be able to unmute yourself, and I'll unmute you guys when I'm done here. So if there's any questions or anything, I'm an open book, so feel free to ask me any questions, and I will do my best to answer them for you guys. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like everybody is muted. Perfect. So my name's Elizabeth Paoli, and I'm super excited that you guys are all jumping on. We're just going to chat about what coaching is. I'll share my story as well as how long I've been coaching, that kind of stuff. So I've been coaching for 6.5 years now. I'm a mom of 3 little ones. My oldest is 10. He's the one that supposedly has a broken arm. Then he's not 10 yet. He's going to be 10 in July. I have a 5-year-old son and then a 1.5-year-old daughter. Been with my husband for 12 years now. And yeah, we love the outdoors. We do, tons of sports, outdoor stuff, fishing, hunting, all that kinds of stuff. So big into outdoors. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. So anyways, I am the founder of Hustle and Live Free. We're in the process of switching our name out right now. So that's exciting. But I wanted first just to go through, and normally what I do is I get on either like a one-on-one call, or if you guys are, if one of my my teammates was to ask you to jump on, then I would still, like, I like to get to know each person a little bit, just so like I know if this could benefit you or not. Well, here I'm talking to a group of people, so it's a little hard to do that. But normally that's what I would do, is I would have a conversation and just get to know each of you better, because I want to make sure this is for you just as much as you wanna know if it's for you or not. So that's normally what would take place at the beginning, is I would just get to know you and make sure that there's a need or a want for this business for you. But I can't really do that. I mean, I guess we could go through everybody if everybody wanted to. But we'll pass on that if you guys want to at the end. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you and see if it's something that you could see yourself doing. But my story, let's dig right into my story, and then I'll tell you all about coaching. So when I first started coaching, I did it a little backwards, and people might think I was kind of crazy, because I was at my heaviest weight when I started coaching. I just hit 200 pounds. It was, my oldest son was about 4 years old? Something like that. He was like around 4. And I was working as a bartender. I worked 2 different jobs, literally 40 to 50 hours a week, all at night. I went to school for nursing, and then we still had our oldest at home. So my husband worked days, so he would work all day long. I would bring my son to a family member to be babysat while I was at school, and then I would come home, spend a little bit of time with him, right away bring him back to a family member's house, because I went to work an hour earlier than when my husband got home. So then he would pick up our son from the relative, and he did the dinner routine, the bedtime check-in, and that was kind of my life. It was crazy. I never, probably twice a week I saw my husband, and we got to have dinner together. Otherwise, we hardly ever got to see each other. Oh, and I was planning our wedding at that time too, so it was just chaotic. But then we got married, and soon after we were pregnant with baby number 2. And we were talking at one of our rare dinner moments, where we had dinner together, and we were just talking about childhood memories. Now, I'm a family of 7 kids. So I'm the oldest of 7 kids, and from the time I was young, my dad left my mom, and my mom was with, these 5 kids, and she was working 2 to 3 jobs, 2 to 3 different jobs at the time, and I saw her get hurt. And then I saw her have to figure out how she was going to have to be able to give everything that we need. So she hustled and she worked her butt off, and I watched that. And from a young age, from I think it was 9 when the divorce happened, from that time though, I told myself I would always be able to solely provide for my family, because in case something was like that was to happen, I wouldn't have to, never see my family working 3 different jobs. So that's how I had in my head. So that's why when I worked as a bartender, I was working crazy amount of hours just because I needed that money income to come in, because I was so scared that, what if I didn't have my husband or fiance at the time? What if I didn't have him? And that was kind of what was in my mindset the whole time. But then, like I was saying, we were sitting at the family table or we were sitting having dinner as a family at the table. And my husband said, we were talking about our biggest childhood memories. And I said, well, he was talking about, different vacations he went on. I said, well, we didn't really go on any vacations. But I recall being every night, no matter who was home, and we were all super active with sports, but I recall always being at the kitchen table, having dinner together as a family, no matter who was home. My mom had a meal. Sometimes it was at 3:30 at night, and sometimes it was at 8:30 at night. It just depended what was going on that night. But we all sat down and had dinner. There was no TV. We just talked. And my husband looked at me, and still to this day, like I literally get choked up. And he goes, Liz, you're not even creating your biggest childhood memory with your own family. And that killed me. Like I wasn't. Here I am bringing our second child into the world, and I'm hustling and working a ton, going to get my nursing degree, which my nursing degree is just going to have me start out working nights again. So I would be back in the same situation that I was in. I would be working nights, and that literally killed me after he said that. And I was like, I cannot do this. I need something different. Well, you guys, like I said, I had that mindset that I had to be the sole provider, and I knew I wasn't going to give that up. I would not give up me being able to provide for my family because of what I went through as a child. So I knew I needed something different that would bring in a full-time income. And that's when I went all in with coaching, and I literally gave it my all. And in 4 months, I was able to quit bartending. I actually did quit nursing school as well, because I saw the potential that this business had, and I wasn't going to look back. So within 4 months, I was able, and I hustled. But by the time our second son was born, I was able to be a stay-home mom. I was able to have dinner with my family every single night. I was able to tuck my kids in, say prayers, goodnight kisses. And that was like something you don't really take for granted until you're in that situation. And I don't know if any of you guys are night shift workers, but it's hard being away from your kids and not being able to tuck them in at night. So that was my driving force. And a lot of people have different driving forces in this business. It could be getting out of debt. It could be going on a family vacation. It could be just having extra money for groceries or building a dream house. All those are great. But for me, it was literally to be able to stay home and have dinner with my family. Now here I am. My second son just turned 5. So 5 years after that, here I am making quadruple what I was making at that point in the business. And it's just continuing to grow. And nobody likes to talk money, but I think talking money is pretty important, because you can only influence so many people, but with the more money that you're making, you can influence and impact so many more, as well as change your life. So that's my story about the business. That's where I got started. Now I am 30 years old. I'm basically work 2 to 3 hours a day, take the weekends off for the most part, and take the weekends off. We're looking to retire my husband in 5 years. He will be under 40. We'll both be basically retired off of the business. We're going to be debt free and build our dream house. So that's just some of the things that we're looking at right now, which is completely insane to even think about, because I would have never guessed, even if I was, a nurse, being able to create that kind of freedom. So that's my story. If you guys have questions about my story, feel free to ask me. You can unmute yourself, or if you want to at the end, you can just make sure you write it down, because otherwise you'll forget it if you're anything like me, mom brain. But that's my story. And now we're going to talk about the team. So our team, our team is like a second family to me. I mean, it is my second family. It's a lot. I mean, I'm closer to more my team than I am some of my family, not my immediate family, but you know what I mean. So you're surrounded by a bunch of uplifting, positive people. So right now, I'm sure you jump on Facebook and you see negative, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy, because all you do is you scroll down and you see a bunch of negative news feed. When you jump on our team, it's like, everything is positive. You're surrounded by a bunch of uplifting people who motivate you and who want to see you succeed. Where these days, society almost doesn't want you to succeed in anything, where, you get this group of people who's behind you on a mission, who wants you to do better than them. And that's the culture that we have created. Literally, my coaches on my team have become my BFFs. We're best friends. We talk all the time. And it's awesome. We have a mentorship. So as soon as you jump on our team, you're mentored through the process of coaching. So yes, when you start, you are in business for yourself. This is your own business, but you're not going through it by yourself. You are literally being taught by us and mentored by us. So you're not alone when it comes to this business, where some people just throw people in different businesses. That's not, we want you to succeed. We want to help you. We want to, hold your hand at first so that you can be independent and successful with this business. So we have a mentorship and all different trainings for you. You're not alone. Sorry, I got a cough. A little tickle. Okay, so the company that we work for, the mission of our company, because that's important, because when you join, you are in business for yourself. You're the CEO. You're in charge. You have to get up. You have to create your schedule. You have to do all of that. But we work for a company. I mean, we're independent contractors through a company, I should say. So you do work for yourself. But the company is Beachbody, and their mission is to help end the trend of obesity in the US, Canada, and we are soon going to be opening. So this is a perfect time for you guys to jump in. But they're soon going to open another place internationally. They haven't announced it yet, but that's huge for everybody. And I want to say it's the UK, but I can't say it yet, but I'm pretty sure it might be the UK. So our company is just getting started. We are just in USA, or the United States. We're in Canada, and then we'll be opening up to one more. And they just want to expand. So it's the perfect time to jump in. Income-wise, so everybody wants to hear about money, right? How do we actually earn money? The difference is with this type of business, it's residual income. So residual income is basically, I'm going to help you and whoever brings you in on this team. So if you're not jumping in with me and you're jumping on with somebody from our team, we're going to help you build a team in 10 hours a week. So you give us 10 hours a week, we're going to help you build a team. And with that team, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that. So what happens is you're duplicating your team, you're duplicating yourself. And what happens is you build what's called residual income, where you have income coming in off of the lives that you're changing yourself, but not only yourself, but your team as well. And that, like, it's truly inspiring, because you can only reach so many people yourself, but the amount of lives that you can change when you have a team of like-minded, positive people is crazy. So you get paid off of that. You get paid off of developing a team of people who are helping others get healthy and fit, and who are helping others build businesses. And that's the fun part of the business. Like, just when you sign up and you start your own business, just because it's health and fitness, you will see results. Even if you're, okay, so I jumped in and when I was at my heaviest weight, and it was literally because I knew I would see results if I was going to jump into this business. If I was going to help other people, guess what? I was going to see success in my health and fitness, because I had to show up in my health and fitness. So you almost trick yourself into getting healthy because you're building a business around it, which is awesome. So our goal is to help you guys create residual income where you're making money off of doing it part-time hours. So for me, like I said, I started part-time. I started, I did it whenever I had time. Well, I was busy. I was going to school. I was working. I had a family at home. So I only had a few hours a day that I could literally commit to. And I gave up TV. I did not watch TV. I hardly ever went out. I literally was a zombie for those 4 months because I had to be home. But now I still only work 2 to 3 hours a week. And yet my income keeps growing, keeps growing, keeps growing. And to the point where when I had our daughter, she will be 2 in August. So almost 2 years ago when I had her, I took off 4 to 6 months of building my business, but yet my business kept building for me staying consistent with it. And that's what we call residual income, where you can literally take off, you could go on vacation for a month and you're still going to build up your income. And that's what's crazy cool. So yeah, that's kind of about the pay. And there's of course steps. We teach you all about everything with it as well. I'm not here to convince you to sign up. That's not what I'm here to. I want to share my story. If you connect to it, if you have a need or a want, and you feel like this is something that you could literally jump in and you could run with it, we're going to run alongside you. We're going to be there for you. And I have to share it because it completely changed my life, and I'm dedicated to changing other people's lives the same way that it has my own life. So I'm going to leave you with why not. A lot of people are like, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why would I do this? Or the fear of it. And I just want to ask you, if you're so scared that you're going to fail at something, why not you? Like, you're no different than me. I'm a college dropout 3 times around. I have young mom. I was 20 when I had my first son. I don't have a nutrition degree. I don't have a personal training degree. I'm just somebody who wanted more out of life. And I said, why not me? And you can do the same. I'm no different than you. We have all the trainings in place for you. So if this is something for you, jump on. And for those who do jump on tonight, will receive a gift. Just let your sponsor coach know that to send me a message and let me know who it is. And I will be sending out gifts for everybody who jumps on tonight and commits to building this business with us. We have a great mentorship that just started this past Monday. So it's a perfect time for you guys to jump in, get your feet wet, and join us. But I'm going to open it up. So if anybody has any questions, you'll be able to ask. Now, you will all be unmuted, so beware. If you want, you can mute yourself. But I don't know if everybody can unmute. So we'll go back. It looks like people are still muting themselves. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. If you're serious about this and you do have questions and you want an answer from me, let me know, or let your sponsor coach know to ask me the question. Otherwise, go to them and find out exactly what you have to do. What's the next step to signing up, or go over any hesitations that you guys have. But thanks so much for jumping on, for listening to my story. I don't want to take all of your time tonight. So yeah, that's it. But I hope to see your faces in our groups, and join us. So everybody take care. Have a good night, and we will chat soon.